YouTube. I'm Zachary Fowler, and this is Sunday morning live. We are live up here in my office, trying to get the right camera angle here. So we're gonna do let's see if we got that. How do we get the right angle so I get myself and do some fire starting with how to start a fire with a lighter. Excuse the camera shakiness. Guys, we're getting it all set up here. Again, trying to get the right of everything here, so you guys can get as close of a look as possible while we can talk. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do a start a fire. I guess I'll just get down on it so you can see. So we're gonna start a fire with a lighter. Ta-da! Got a broken lighter here. And we're going to do a how to start a fire with a broken lighter. I've got a couple different things to try out. We've got the magnesium, the sear strip from Go Prepared Survival that I sell on my website. We got some reed heads that I had from when I made the reed boat. And I have some reed heads that I have soaked in, if we can get the focus, I have soaked in pine pitch so I kind of made them into like fire starter reed head. And we got the broken lighter, and we can I got a razor blade here too. We can see if we can scrape off some cotton and get the spark as well to see how truly well we can make a broken lighter start a fire. There will be no 87 days video today. Sorry, but it's gonna be next week. I did a great filming and adventure, spending a night out over at the shelter at the tail end of the snowstorm, and so with the snowstorm and everything else, it was just too much to get it edited. If you haven't seen it yet, I did post a video yesterday, which, man, people really put up a stink about. Holy cow. I couldn't believe how many people were complaining about the bringing the stuff on the plane. Like, the most lethal thing I had that I brought on the plane was probably the Bic pen, and they were like, "Oh, that's illegal," and but then like a couple of a guy who says he's a security consultant for airlines over in Europe was like, he's like, there's nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, it's ridiculous that they didn't spot more of it, and if they had seen it all at once, they'd be like, yeah, you gotta take this and this and this and put it in your carry-on, but, I mean, in your, go onto the plane. But, it was crazy how many people were like, take down this video, you're gonna take down this video, you smuggled all that stuff onto a plane, that's endangering people, and it was just the survival stuff. It was ridiculous. So if you haven't seen it yet, check out yesterday's video where I did a EDC Mile High pocket dump on the plane. I think it turned out pretty darn awesome. And we're gonna do, in a couple seconds here, I'll wait for a couple more people to come in. I got this broken Bic lighter here, and we're gonna start a fire with it on a couple different ways. I have the reed heads, I already mentioned all that, but I also have, let's see, what do I got in here? This is a cool little satchel from 5Co Survival, and they sent me this cool little fire blower I used in the video that's going to come out next Sunday on the 87 days. I did a cooking out at the shelter and overnight, and it's a little fire blower. It's kaleidoscoping. I saw it on their website, and they're like, is there anything that you want to play with in your videos? I'm like, yeah, I want that. I made a fire blower out on Alone. Is it right here? Hold on. This is all the bag of all my stuff that I made out there on the Alone show. Got the reed mat. I don't know where the fire blower ended up. This is funny. When I go to shows, I made this out there, and I set this out on the table when I'm talking about my time in Patagonia, and I set this out, and people are like, women pick it up, and they go, what is this? And I go, it's my banana hammock. And they go, ah! I go, yeah, so you can hang it up and you put it's a fruit basket, you hang your bananas and your apples and stuff under the counter. Gets them every time, it's funny. There's the paddle from the reed boat. The old propeller from the Mark II reed boat. you haven't seen the Reed Boat video yet, you gotta skip on over there and check it out. I made the Mark 1 here in Maine and did a video on 2 videos on it. It's in the Backwoodsman magazine right now. But anyways, enough plugging my stuff here. I wonder what happened to my... It must be on another shelf. I don't know what happened to the blower. It's a bamboo basically that was like that big in diameter, and I split it and I hollowed it out. And I got the idea from season 2. We had watched 1 or 2 episodes before they sent us out on a loan of season 2. And Jose, is that what I say? Jose? I think that's his name. Jose, but I don't know. On season 2, he had in like the 2nd episode or 3rd episode, he had made a blower for blowing his fire, and I was like, that's silly. You can just blow on your fire with your mouth. And when I was bored one night, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a fire blower. I got nothing else to make. And I hesitated to make it for like 3 weeks from the time I first got there because I didn't want to copy somebody else from a previous season. And I was like, whatever. I got enough stuff that I made original. So they sent me that fire blower, the 5Co. I'll link them at the bottom. They're linked in some of the other stuff, like the stuff on the plane. And they sent me this, which I used in what will be next week's video since I didn't finish it for today. And these are, it's a little case with a 1-wheel sparker. So you can light a fire. So I lit a fire one-handed up at the shelter. And they come with these little tinder bundles. And that's from 5Co. And they got little strings around them. So you gotta like... He sent me this little razor blade knife too. You cut the little strings, or you can just break them if you work it hard enough. And you puff up these little tinder bundles, and they work awesome. They fluff it up, and they take a spark. Man, these things burn hot. So we'll spark one of those up. So that gave me the idea of this little wheel sparker. This is like a military thing they put in their military survival kits. That, hey, that's just basically a lighter. So I wonder, I've never tried it. I haven't tried it before I started this video with you guys. I wonder if we can spark up some stuff with a lighter. Let's try it out right now. So we'll try it on the most easy tinder stuff to start with. And get it all ready. We got the lighter. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to remove the front of it, and I'm going to remove the safety. So that should help it work a lot better. Alright, so I removed the safety. I just did that with my Swiss Army knife by getting in there and pull off the little safety pin. And then I'll use the awl on it to take off the top of it here. You want to be careful doing that so you don't break your wheel off. So this will work on any lighter that has died. So if you find yourself out there and you're carrying a lighter and your lighter has died, and you find the right tinder that'll take an easy spark, now you have, boom, I take all that stuff off. It's broken, but she's still a perfect spark wheel. So I think this will go up pretty darn easily. Let's see why not. Maybe I'll bring it closer for you to see. We got there we go. Use the lighter as a spark wheel. Boom. Wow, that lights up really easily. Now that was the tinder bundle stuff. So that's got like accelerant on it. It's like basically like a cotton ball with Vaseline. So that's not hard to spark up. Let's see about, say we had some magnesium shavings. Let's see if those will spark up with the lighter sparks. They sparked up. I sparked up the magnesium before very easily with the Wazoo necklace, but does not like to spark up with the lighter. All right. Now that we tried that, say you don't have actual tinder bundles and stuff, you do have your broken lighter. We got some reeds. I'll put that right there. Let's see if that sparks up. Some reed heads. And boom, those spark up pretty easily too. And what else we got here? We got the reed head with, I have infused with the pine pitch. This is going to smell really good. And I know it's going to work because the plain reed head already worked. Boom. Oh, that's smokier. It's been like wicked like a candle. And the only thing we haven't tried, oh, good thing I don't have a fire alarm in my, or do I have one in my office? That's making up quite a stink. Expected it to go out a little quicker like the last one. There we go. Alright, what else we got? We also have the sear strip. And if you saw my last 87 days video, I used a knife to process down the sear strip so that I could, need a little piece of cardboard or something to do it on. Use the knife to process down the sear strip so that I could use it all on its own without using a cotton ball to spark it up. Let's see if I can do the same here with just the wheel of a broken lighter. This little knife from Fiveco is just like a little razor blade. I think that should allow me to, it's not the best way to process it up. I could really fluff it up a lot better by taking some more time with it, but I'll see if it'll take a spark just from the broken lighter. It doesn't seem to, I didn't really process it up very well, so it doesn't surprise me if it doesn't take a spark. But I think it was the last, was it the last 87 days video or the one before? I did take my knife and then just keep scraping the sear strip and managed to process it up into a very easily sparkable with this one of these spark wheels here. The Fiveco has it in their little Tinder box here, and Go Prepared has it with the sear strips like I sell on my website. They have it with the sear strip, comes with the military spark wheel. Works great, can light a fire one-handed. I did it in the video that'll be out next Sunday. Next Sunday is going to be overnight in the shelter during the snowstorm. And I did a catch and cook some Thrive plate. They have partnered with me to support the YouTube channel, so there's a link down below. And they make food that's freeze-dried, and everything comes in here for a full meal. And there's another way you can get it. You can get it in boxes of just the individual ingredients and create your own stuff. But this stuff is awesome. It tastes like a fresh, like delicious, brand new meal that you like just got from the grocery store. Really good stuff. And so we partnered up together. It's not a prepper food, it's not a camping food, but it works as both of those. And we've been eating them, the ones they sent me, for just regular day. That's what it's meant for, is your everyday groceries. You have that in your cupboard so you don't have to go to the grocery store. It takes one or two other staples like butter or oil if you want to add to it and to finish the meal. And each box makes a 4-person meal. They're really good. So I did one up at the shelter to show that you can use it out camping. I spent the night out there, had a great time. But with the snowstorm and everything else, it's just, and the other video the other day, I just haven't been able to put that one together yet. I've kind of turned them into such a production, they take a little bit longer now. I think I'm actually going to move for now until springtime's over at least. I'm probably only going to do 87 days videos every other Sunday, and then I'll start putting something else out on Sundays, because I got some really great ones that we've been putting together with the slingshot versus the sling that I'm going to put out this week. And so maybe the next one will come out the Sunday after. So it'll be like 87 days and then slingshot versus video and so on and so forth. So that I can get some of the other fun projects I want to do besides the 87 days videos. Like, those are fun, but I got some great adventures and other things I want to share with you guys. You know, like taking the reed boat down the river during the river race. I can show you a clip from the video coming up if you want. So, oops, I didn't do it. So I haven't really looked. Did you guys got any questions for me? Start dropping them in now, because I upload was yesterday. Today there is no video. 87 days will return next week, and then from here on out, it's gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be every other week, unless there's a special reason. You know, I might put out 2 in a row on Sundays. I got just so much other things I want to do. Fun, awesome videos that if I just keep doing them. And I now have a list of support links in the descriptions below. So if you support this channel, there's ways you can shop through the gear that you see me using in the videos that will support this channel. And Patreon with rewards, tiers, and Thrive Life. That stuff is... it's like you can order a meal plan, and so it'll come continually to you, food. And I'm gonna start getting it myself, and get twice what I need, what I'm gonna eat for the week, like 2 meals a week that I'll be eating from the Thrive Life food, the freeze-dried meals, all ready to go. You just make them; they taste really good, super fresh. And then I'm gonna put 2 away, so I'll get 4. I'm gonna get like 4 a week or 2 a week, and put 1 away. So I'm like actually prepping, you know, so at some point I'll have, my goal is to have like 3 months worth of food prepped. So if something ever happens, and then I'll continually rotate it once I get up to that amount and eat what I have stored away. So, and that freeze-dried food is like, it's completely GMO free. It's it's just so good. It's like if it says strawberries on it, that's all that's in it is strawberries. So yeah, I'll give you a shout out for the boys. I don't know what you got there. Eyes retuyen. You know, I wish we could talk sometimes. Like if I could click on your pictures and just like, and hear what you guys say, you know, like bring you onto the video to, you know, let you give yourself a shout out, and I could say, hey, you know. I'm so bad with the whole being able to read things, especially if I'm in front of people. It's like, my dyslexia gets like 10 times worse. Teaching from your children to other kids is the biggest legacy. When you die, your kids can carry on. It's funny you say that. Somebody was from the last video in the comments was like, you're teaching people all this bad stuff, bringing that stuff on the plane. You're teaching like terrorists. I'm like, what are you talking about? The most lethal thing I brought on the plane, you know, I brought the knife, which was in my hat, this little ceramic knife that's like, I don't even think it's an inch long. You know, it's a little fire tinder knife. You scrape down some fat wood, and then you spark with the sparker, you know, and like throwing a fit about it all. Like, and I had somebody that was like, I'm TSA or something like that, and I'm a security person, and you're good to go. Don't listen to them. Bunch of idiots. So, which is cool, because I've been bringing all that stuff on the planes all along. If it ever goes down, I have a full survival kit. I don't want to end up like Tom Hanks there, you know, with nothing but a volleyball and relying on FedEx packages to survive. You know, the tiny slingshot was meant to be a keychain, right? No, I didn't know it was meant to be a keychain. Why would it be a key? I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna put some little bands on it, tiny micro bands, and shoot BBs with it. Or maybe I'll make another one for Chris, and so when we're in here doing he's doing the, you know, editing thing, and I'm doing the thing here, we'll get some airsoft pellets and be like across the room at each other when we're supposed to be working. What about the littles? You should prep for them to. Hungry children are crabby children. Yes, that's why I like the Thrive Life. I mean, we made a meal, and they loved it. They loved. I think we made this one here. Yeah, we made the simple plate meal, and it was pasta and vegetables and chicken and South Pacific stir fry, and it's freeze-dried food, but the kids loved it. And so we've partnered, and the link is below, so you can support this channel by getting in on it. I even have a little custom video there that goes up on my support channel. Link to them. Do you order from... I do order from GZK. Yes. I love their bands and stuff. I'm like SimpleShot for the slingshots, GZK for the bands, Warrior for the pouches. You know, best of all three worlds. I even have a nice GZK slingshot that I like too, for like my playing around with my speed shooting. Right now it's my best one because my speed shooter, you hold it like this, and that way you can like quick draw and then shoot stuff. And it's yeah, GZK, good stuff. I've got to get to church now. Keep up the great work, Fowler. What time is it? 9:28. Oh, I still got time. I was like, you got to get to church. I got to get to church too at some point here. I've got to get to church now. Damn. So, yeah, we got, mate, don't worry about your dyslexia. It doesn't define you, right? Well, I mean, if I figure too, I'm like that much better at working with my hands and my mind, the way I calculate out and think of things differently than other people. Like if I wasn't dyslexic, maybe I'd just think of things like everybody else. And then I don't know. They said there was this. Somebody sent me an article like, you know, do this and I can't remember, glasses that fix your dyslexia. I was like, I don't want those. I don't want my dyslexia to go away. It's like that's who I am. And like, what if I wasn't able to, you know, what if it took away my ability to work, you know, make things the way I do, or think of creative solutions? I was like, that just seems scary to me. Broken lighter is a warmer slingshot target, no doubt. Yeah, yes, it is. For sure. Yeah, and I had with that spark wheel was like, yeah, man, I bet that works just the same as a spark wheel. Sure enough, it does. I think the spark wheels, the military spark wheels that come from 5Co and from Go Prepared that are in their Tinder kits, are actually probably have a couple more flints in them than just one. I had to tear one apart and find out how many sparks are actually in a spark wheel. I wish I had all the time in the world to just make YouTube videos about what, you know, whenever I had an idea. I'm just going to that's the kind of thing I'll make a Facebook video. If you haven't hit me up on Facebook, at the top of my channel, there are links to my Facebook, and you can hit me up there. I make a lot more little videos during the week, testing out things that I'm like testing the reaction of people and preparing to turn those into videos as future goes. Like, you know, I did one on cooking a T-bone steak on a rock, and it's like the reaction was really high, so now I'm going to revisit that in a YouTube video with a greater quality, and a slingshot video about shooting with slingshot bands without a frame for a slingshot, and that got really high reaction, so I'm going to turn that into a YouTube video. So I do like test videos on Facebook, and then I'm going to be doing like the full things on that's, you know, on YouTube. So hit me up over there and you can see all the short 1 and 2 minute videos that I put up there, or on Instagram. Does Thrive have a keto meal? It doesn't. I've quit doing keto for a little bit, which is funny because I did a Jimmy Moore interview a month or so ago, and I'm going to post the link here, and I'm all like talking about how much I love the keto life. And now I'm on hiatus from the keto thing for a little while. I'm going to get back into it, and then I'm still going to use the Thrive Life for a meal once a week kind of thing with the family, because it's like, it's a good way to store the food, you know, it's great food. The kids love it. I mean, I don't know what else more I could say, you know, and the link's below in the description. So I will be doing keto, and then take once a week, I'll just have a cheat day. And that doesn't throw you out of ketosis that far. You feel a little bit different the next day, because you're starting to come out of your diet, but you're not fully out of it, and and then it goes away. Kind of like you've had 2 beers before bed or something like that, almost like a little teeny bit of a hangover from when you cheat on your keto diet. Does Thrive? I'm going to talk to them about that, because they're all freeze-dried foods, so there's not really a lot of fat. Everything that's fat is what you add into it. So it would be really hard to do a keto diet. It would have to be a completely different thing. They couldn't just modify recipes a little bit to do keto. I should do a thing on, once I get it all figured out, keto prepping. How many ways do you know how to start a fire? All of them. That's why there's 3 matches in my hat. That's it, you know. Fire Wizard level 1, Fire Wizard level 2, Fire Wizard level 3. And that's the third one, is when you can start a fire with your mind. And if you believe that, I don't know what I can tell you. Which church do you go to? I go to Rockport, the Anchor Church. And who's that? Oh, hello! The littles are here. So, I am going to say, where's my littles? Jamie's dropping them off for church. Hey, good morning. Hello. There's one. There's one of them. Where's my other one? Come here. You got shoes. Come here, give me a hug. And say hi, everybody. Oh,
hi,
oh, bonked ahead. All right, see you later. Thanks for watching. Fowler out.